And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from North Calloway High School in Calloway County. I really don't know if this address here is Kingdom City or if it's a Vaz. But either way, I'm here. And we are here to see the varsity girls basketball game between the North Calloway. I'll probably be calling them North County all night. The North Calloway LadyBirds, otherwise known as the Thunderbirds, against your hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. And they just got done with the JV game, and Elsberry came out on top of that 32-17. And I intended to be on the air just a little bit sooner, but it started off with I hooked up to what I thought was their Ethernet cord here, and it was showing that everything was good until I tried to go on the air, and it said, nope, sorry, you don't have any signal at all. So I'll try to talk to somebody tonight and maybe tomorrow night, but it seems to have good cell signal here right now, so I think maybe we'll be okay. So anyway, we have 8 minutes to go before this game starts. Kind of messed around and don't have time to do a whole lot here, but let's go through the rosters. And for the North Calloway Lady Thunderbirds, the 3-13 North Calloway Lady Thunderbirds. Number 2, Haley Kimbley. Number 3, Piper Jeffries. Number 5, Jalen Leibel. Number 10, Dalen Schmuck. Number 11, Ryle Schmuck. Number 13, McKenna Allen. Number 14, Hannah Cundiff. Number 15, Mackenzie Eaker. Number 23, Jillian Bryant. Number 32, Trinity Brush. And number 33, Cayenne Kellerman. And for your Lady Indians, we have number 2, Tanisha Henderson. Number 4, Peyton Robinson. Number 5, Addison Steele. Number 10, Candace Dowell. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler. Number 14, Abby Jenkins. Number 15, Mackenzie Gladney. Number 20, Kelsey Plaster. Number 24, Lily Smith. 31, Bella Mozzie. 32, Olivia Kinsler. 41, Alyssa Love. And 43, Tyra Henderson. The all-time record on these two teams is 6-4. Elsberry with the 6 and North Calloway with the 4. Their last meeting was just last week in the Bowling Green tournament, in which Elsberry won that game, taking third place in the tournament. They won that game 44-39. And that with that win, that gave Elsberry a 4-win streak. Now, coming into this game tonight, Elsberry has scored 39.2 points per game, and North Calloway 38.9. Elsberry has allowed 37.1 points per game, and North Calloway has allowed 53.5. So, as you can see on paper, the advantage is slightly to Elsberry, and for the season record, with Elsberry being 10-9 and LadyBirds being 3-13, it definitely goes towards Elsberry on everything. But I well remember that game the other night, and North Calloway was something to be reckoned with. They did not roll over and let that game be lost. Matter of fact, they were ahead most of the game. And Elsberry just happened to come back in the fourth quarter and beat them. So I'm hoping we have a good game here tonight. I really never have done this key to the game type stuff because I just don't know that much about that kind of stuff. But I can tell you right now, one of the keys to this game is they have to contain North Calloway's number 10, Dalen Schmuck. That young lady scored 24 points the other night against Elsberry, 15 of them in the first half, so that gave her 9 in the second half. But she also fouled out in the game. I don't remember where it was in the game that she fouled out, but she didn't get to play the complete game, so she had 24 points. So she is definitely a difference maker, so they need to contain her. Beyond that, I mean, she had the 24 points out of their what did they have? They had 39 points. So she had 24 of them. So only 15 points were scored by the other players. Obviously, when one goes down, the others can step up. But they definitely have to hold. They definitely have to hold her down as much as they can. So anyway, about 4.5 minutes till this game starts. Let's go ahead and get a couple of commercials in here, get some of these out of the way.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right. They are ready to start this game. We got a fresh 8 minutes on the clock. And here is the starting lineups for your Elsberry Lady Indians. Number 10, Candace Dow. Kylie Kinsler. Abby Jenkins. And Mackenzie Gladney. And Tyra Henderson. That's the starting lineup for your Elsberry Indians. Starting for North Calloway, Dalen Schmuck. Rael Schmuck, that's number 10 and number 11. Number 13, McKenna Allen. Hannah Cundiff. And number 33, Kyan Kellerman. Wow, I thought they were just going to go in numerical order. 10, 11, 13, 14. All right, so we are ready to start this game. Referees are out on the floor. Teams are huddled up, getting ready to come out, and North Calloway has come out onto the floor now. As I don't know if you can tell looking at this game But I'm way, way up in the grandstands right now in the bleachers. And looking down at all of this stuff, I don't think I've ever been quite up this high before. But they got a neat little place up here for broadcasting from or from doing whatever. Just a shame their Ethernet doesn't work. All right, Tyra Henderson controls the ball. Gets it in deep to Kylie Kinsler, and she has the ball stolen away from her. And North Calloway brings it back. They get it into the key. And Candace Dowell takes that ball away. Tyra puts it up, no good, and it's going to go out of bounds. So with no scores, 30 seconds gone in the game. Elsberry with a bit of a press, and there was a foul that wasn't called. Dowell brings it up the floor, gets it over to Kinsler. Back out to Dowell, over to Jenkins. Gives it to Tyra. She drives in, gets it into Kinsler, up underneath, and she has the 2 points and draws the foul. That foul is on Hannah Cundiff. That's her first foul. It's the first foul of the game. Kinsler's free throw's no good, but Gladney was underneath, got the rebound, and put the ball up and couldn't get it to hit. But Dowell's back out at the point now. And she goes for three and hits it for three. So real quick, Elsberry's on top, 5-0. And from right underneath, North Calloway couldn't get it to hit, and Jenkins comes up with the rebound. Dowell brings it up the floor fast and then holds it up at the point. Jenkins for a long two, and it's good. Tyra Henderson got in there and broke up that pass, and it went off of North Calloway. So turnover to Elsberry caused by Tyra Henderson. Wow. That was Henderson and Kinsler did a good job of keeping that ball in. But it was fumbled around out there at the head of the key, and North Calloway comes up with it and brings it up the floor. It looks like Tanisha Henderson and Peyton Robinson are getting ready to come in the game. Baseline drive by number 11, Rael Schmuck, and she hits for two. Kinsler drives and pushes it back out to Dowell. She drives up the middle, puts it up, and does not get the shot, but she draws a foul. And that foul is on number 11, Rael Schmuck. 4:42 to go in this first quarter. 7-2 is the score. First free throw is good for Dowell. Second free throw is up, and it's good. Candace Dowell with 5 points early in this game. North Calloway gets it underneath to McKenna Allen, and she's up for 2 points and draws a foul. And that foul is on Tanisha Henderson, who just came in the game. McKenna Allen on the line. First shot is up, and it's good. Or the only shot. She got the... That was a one-shot foul because she made the 2 points. 9-5 is the score. Dowell over to Henderson and back. Now back to Tyra Henderson. Back to Dowell, and she drives up. Ball knocked out of bounds by Dalen Schmuck. She's the one that they really need to contain. She hadn't done anything this game so far except for that. But they can't let her get into the game. Tyra Henderson up, and it looks like that foul is going to be on Tyra Henderson. She threw the ball up and tried to get her own rebound and couldn't do it, and she committed a foul. So first foul on Tyra Henderson. And there's a foul committed by Peyton Robinson. So Tyra Henderson comes out of the game. And a travel called on Rael Schmuck. And Tiny Henderson brings it up over to Dowell. The pass broken up by North Calloway. Tiny Henderson gets it back. Gives it over to Kinsler. Cross-court pass over to Dowell. Kelsey Flaster puts it up from right underneath and misses, and North Calloway has the rebound. And there's a three-point attempt, no good. Robinson up with the rebound. Dowell brings it up fast and then slows it up once she gets across the line. And Flasher tried to pass to Kinsler on the baseline, and that was broken up by North Calloway. So it's Elsberry's ball under the basket. 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Dowell looked at the baseline and changed her mind. Now she gets it out to Flaster. And Tanisha sets it up on the baseline again. Dowell drives it in. And let's see what they're calling here. Okay, that foul was on Dalen Schmuck. As Candace Dowell tried to drive in. So Abby Jenkins is going to take it out. Well, now Tyra Henderson's going to take it out. Candace Dowell was called to the bench. All right, they got it into Abby Jenkins. And there was a foul called. There was a foul on Tyra Henderson. It's her second. She was called for an offensive elbow. And now we have a foul called on, I believe, yep, Mackenzie Gladney. All right, that's 5 team fouls on Elsberry. They need to slow it down just a little bit. 20-foot shot, and it's good for Dalen Schmuck. 9-7 is the score. Elsberry over North Calloway. Kinsler with the ball gets it over to Jenkins. A little bit of a high pass. And she is called for a travel before she could get the pass away. So with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter, North Calloway has the ball down by 2 points. And there's a shot by Rael Schmuck. And that ties the game. Mackenzie Gladney for 15 feet, and Kylie Kinsler was underneath with the rebound and got the 2 points. 11-9 is the score with less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Three-point attempt, and it's good for Rael Schmuck. 12-11 is the score with 30 seconds to go. Tanisha Henderson has it with a 10-foot shot, no good, and North Calloway with the rebound. They have the ball in a 1-point lead with 16 seconds. Ball is up and good for Dalen Schmuck. 8 seconds. And Elsberry just stood there and passed it around instead of taking a shot. So the end of the first quarter, the score is the Thunderbirds 14 and the Lady Indians 11. Let's take a break.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabanks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, let's start this second quarter. Fresh 8 minutes on the clock. 14-11 is the score. The Thunderbirds over the Lady Indians. North Calloway with the ball. And that was Rael Schmuck with the ball, and she was caught traveling. And so Tiny Henderson brings it up the floor, down by 3 points. Passing the ball around. Gladney has it, and that ball is stolen. And that was Dalen Schmuck. Dalen Schmuck is on the line for 2 free throws. The foul was against Mackenzie Gladney. That's her second. First shot is good. And the second shot is good. That young lady can score. And that shot was put up. That shot was put up by Kimbley, and it's good. 18-11, 7-point lead. Okay, that was Dowell for three, didn't make it. Flaster got the rebound, put it up, but the foul was on the floor, and so they couldn't give her any shooting. So now here's Tiny with the ball, gives it to Dowell. She looked at a three-pointer, changed her mind. There's a 10-foot shot, no good. And so on the rebound, Cayenne Kellerman committed a foul for North Calloway. So Elsberry's ball under the basket. And ball was passed in to Tiny Henderson. She was right under the basket. Tried to get a shot away, couldn't do it. It was blocked, but she was fouled by Dalen Schmuck, and that is her second foul. One thing I noticed the other night in the game, as good as she is, she's right in there on everything and commits fouls. First shot by Tiny is no good. She's got a ways to go tonight. I told her before the game I was expecting 30 points from her. And that ball missed everything, so it's out of bounds to North Calloway. And we have a walk on North Calloway. So Elsberry's ball, 6:18 to go in the half. And North Calloway leads us 18-11. Elsberry has not scored yet. All right, now they have another three-pointer for Candace Dowell. 18-14. There's a 15-foot shot, no good. Rebound to North Calloway. And Dalen Schmuck with it now. Cross-court pass. No good. And Peyton Robinson with the rebound, and it was taken away from her. And North Calloway is getting most of these rebounds here. Now that pass was just right to Kelsey Flaster. There's a three-point attempt by Flaster. No good. And North Calloway with the rebound, and they bring it up the floor. And that was Rael Schmuck for two. $15-foot shot, no good for Peyton Robinson. So that ball went out of bounds and turns over to North Calloway. Ball knocked out of bounds by Candace Dowell. And 3 seconds called. That's the first one in this game, but in the JV game, these referees were calling 3 seconds after about 2 seconds. I've never seen so many 3 seconds called. Not to say that they not to say they shouldn't be called more often, but they're calling them a lot tonight. Dowell for three, no good. And North Calloway with the rebound. Six-point lead for North Calloway. 3:43 to go in the first half, and Kylie Kinsler comes up with that ball. I wish you'd change your name to Kelsey. And a three-point shot for Kylie Kinsler. I'm going to formally petition the court to get her name changed. It's a shot by Schmuck, no good, and Kelsey Plaster with the rebound. Long pass up to Jenkins, and they get the ball back to Dowell, over to Kinsler. Dowell takes it up and draws a foul. The shot is no good, but she does draw the foul. That foul is on Kellerman of North Calloway, and that is her second. Puts Dowell on the line with two shots. First shot is good. Second shot is no good. And who's going to get that? That was off of Kinsler, and so it goes over to North Calloway. Makes the score 20-18. North Calloway with the ball and a 2-point lead. A little over 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. And that shot was no good, and Flaster with the rebound. So Elsberry has a chance to tie or take the lead. They decide to tie. That was Abby Jenkins with 2 more points. 20-20, tied score. And there was Dalen Schmuck with 2 points. Walked right up the lane. Under 2 minutes. Robinson drove the line and then decided to put it back out again. Long 2-point shot is good for Jenkins. Ties the score back up at 22. Minute and a half to go. 3-point shot, no good, and Dowell with the rebound. Flaster with 3 and no good, and North Calloway with the rebound. And that ball just completely thrown away. I think somebody zigged when they should have zagged there. All right, timeout Elsberry. Let's take a break.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world. But here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go in this second half. And the score is tied 22-22. North Calloway does have the single bonus, and Elsberry is one foul away from the single bonus. And I know I've had a couple people ask me why I don't have a score up here. You know, I've got Elsberry and North Calloway. I've got both teams up here. I know the score. Simple answer to that is there's no possible way that I can keep up with it. Trying to keep track. Number one, trying to move the camera and do everything else. I'm trying to keep track of some scoring and everything on paper. Fouls. And that ball is knocked out, or not knocked out of bounds. It's just mishandled by Dowell. And with 56.8 seconds to go, North Calloway has the ball. Tied score, 22-22. As I was saying, I'm sure there's programs out there that I could use to keep track of the score. Stolen away by Jenkins. But I can't do it by myself. So anyway, back to the game. Flaster with the ball. Over to Dowell. 30 seconds to go in the half. Two-point shot, and it drops in for Jenkins. 12 seconds. Three-point attempt, no good. And that foul is going to be on number 5, I believe. That foul is on number 5, Jalen Leibel of North Calloway, over the back on that. Over the back on the rebound attempt, and that puts Candace Dowell at the line for a 1-and-1 with 5.1 seconds remaining in the first half. Elsberry with the lead, 24-22. First shot is up and no good, and North Calloway with the ball. And long shot, no good, ends the half. All right, the score at the halftime is 24-22, Elsberry. All right, so 10 minutes to go here till the second half starts. Go over a little bit of scoring with you here and the fouls. And, music started up, scared me to death. Candace Dowell has 9 points in this first half. And that was 2 threes and 3 free throws. Kylie Kinsler has a 3 and 2 field goals for 7 points. Abby Jenkins has 8 points with 4 field goals. And that is the scoring for Elsberry. Scoring is limited to just 3 players. And then for North Calloway, they have Haley Kimbley with 2 points. Dalen Schmuck with 8 points. And Rael Schmuck with 9 points. And McKenna Allen with 3 points. And so, really, I mean, they only have 4 players that scored. So nobody is in really serious foul trouble. North Calloway has 3 players with 2 fouls. That's Dalen Schmuck, Rael Schmuck, and Cayenne Kellerman. And in reality, the 2 Schmuck, I don't know whether they're sisters or cousins or just happen to have the same last name. But they are the main scorers, and they are the ones with the 2 fouls. So they're going to have to be just a little bit careful out here. As you can see on your screen, we got, I believe it's probably some 6th graders, maybe 7th graders playing. Tell you what, it's 5th and 6th grade. It's the same ones that were out here earlier. I think there's a couple of extra because they had 3-on-2 earlier, or 2-on-2. Anyway, for Elsberry, there's 2 players with 2 fouls. That's Mackenzie Gladney and Tyra Henderson. And obviously very strong, needed players. But at the same time, they haven't scored any tonight. So they need to get into the scoring column. And Tanisha Henderson and Peyton Robinson each have 1 foul. And same for North Calloway. Jalen Leibel and Hannah Cundiff each have 1 foul. So the game started off with a lot more fouling than what it ended up with. But the scoring itself, 24-22, obviously it is an extremely close game. And now I think they've only called a 3 seconds in the lane once. I was talking to the Henderson girls and Kylie Kinsler during the JV game, and I told them that as we were watching the refereeing in the JV game that one thing to learn is don't stay in that lane for more than 2 seconds, and step out at least once, and put Velcro on your shoes because they are calling traveling and 3 points in the lane. They were calling that a lot in the JV game. I've noticed quite a bit of traveling being called tonight in the varsity game, but only 1 3 seconds that I recall. But anyway, obviously these two teams are evenly matched, and so as we go to the third quarter, let's just hope that Elsberry comes out on fire like they have the last several games that they've played. So anyway, let's go ahead and break it off here for halftime, and we'll be back for the third quarter.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home, using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
All right, we are ready to start this third quarter. And who we have out there? We have Candace Dowell, Mackenzie Gladney, Abby Jenkins, Kylie Kinsler, and Tyra Henderson. That's who's out there tonight. That's actually the starters of the game. We're back out there for the third quarter. And I thought they were ready to start this game. Okay, now they're getting ready to go. And it's going to be Elsberry's ball out of bounds. Get the ball in to Kinsler. And she was close to getting that ball stolen away from her. Dowell looked at a three-pointer, changed her mind. Kinsler has it now out on the high post. Get it into Gladney, and now to Dowell, and she drives the baseline. Gets it into Tyra. She puts it up, and no good. Tyra does not have any points tonight. Highly unusual. So North Calloway finally drives into the free throw line, and Ryle Schmuck puts it up for 2 more points. That ties the game at 24. Dowell gets it over to Jenkins, over to Gladney. Cross-court pass to Dowell. Long 2-point shot for Dowell, no good, and North Calloway is up with the rebound. At this point in time, I'd say no fires were lit for Elsberry. Tied ball game, North Calloway with the ball. 6:11 to go in the third quarter. There's a 20-foot shot, and it's good. That's a Jalen Leibel. And with that, North Calloway takes the lead, 26-24. Ball stolen out of the air by Schmuck. She puts it up and no good, and Tyra Henderson with the rebound. She brings it down the floor fast, and she lost control of it. But Jenkins came up with it and gets it back out to Dowell. Ball lost control of it. Kinsler, she was able to hold it. Jenkins for two, no good. And that ball is going to be red ball. Last touch by North Calloway. So Elsberry's ball has the ball underneath their own basket, down by 2 points. Kinsler for two, and she got it. Ties the score at 26, and North Calloway has the ball. There's a 15-foot shot, and it's good. Kellerman for 2 points. They go back up 28-26. Tyra Henderson for three. No good. And that ball stays with Elsberry. Last touch by North Calloway. Long rebound, but that's what happens with long shots. Kinsler has it out of bounds. Maybe if I just use her last name, I won't have to use the first name. Tiny Henderson up for two and no good. North Calloway with the ball and a 2-point lead. And that ball knocked out of the air, and Peyton Robinson has it. Gives it over to Tiny Henderson. There's Dowell for three. No good. And the rebound goes to North Calloway. Schmock brings it up the court. The ball down on the baseline. Tried to trap her. No good. Ball is up. And that ball is out of bounds off of North Calloway. And Elsberry has it. 3:26 to go in the third quarter. 28-26 North Calloway, and Elsberry has the ball. Down by 2 points. $15-foot shot for Tyra Henderson, no good. And North Calloway with the rebound. North Calloway with the ball on the outside. There they get it in, and Peyton Robinson broke that up. Tried to pass up the court to Tyra Henderson. She broke it up again, but North Calloway maintained control of it that time. And North Calloway tried to knock it off of Elsberry player and couldn't get it done. So Elsberry's ball. Kinsler gets it over to Tiny Henderson, out to Kelsey Flaster, and the ball stolen by Schmock. And North Calloway with a 2-point lead and the ball. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball is up, no good, and North Calloway got the first rebound, but they couldn't get the second rebound. Pass right to North Calloway. Elsberry is not executing their passes very well. 15-foot shot, no good. Robinson with the rebound. She looked at a three-pointer. Kinsler tried a three-pointer, and we're going to have jump ball there. Tyra Henderson got the rebound, and I'm not sure which player it was, but one of the LadyBirds reached in there and was able to get a jump ball. Still, the score is 28-26 North Calloway. Long pass, dangerous pass, and a travel is going to be, yes, it is. That was Dalen Schmuck that traveled. And so Kinsler's coming out. That's Kylie Kinsler. I actually do know her name. And Mackenzie Gladney goes in. Now Dowell is in for Tyra Henderson. So we have Kelsey Flaster, Tiny Henderson, Candace Dowell, Mackenzie Gladney, and Peyton Robinson are in playing for Elsberry right now. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. And Dowell tried to pass to Tiny Henderson, and it was broken up by Dalen Schmuck. Once again, Elsberry is not passing real well. Three-point shot for Flaster, and it's good. That's Flaster's first 3 points of the game. And that takes the score 29-28 Elsberry. And a 10-foot shot there attempted by Dalen Schmuck. And a foul is called on Mackenzie Gladney. That is her third foul. Put Schmuck to the line for 2 shots, and the first one is good. It's her first point of the second half. Ties the score at 29 with 27.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Second shot is up, and it's no good. So the score is tied 29-29, and Dowell gets the rebound and brings it up the floor. 20 seconds to go. Dowell for 3. No good, and Flaster came up with the rebound, but it was North Calloway reached in and was able to get the jump ball, but it's Elsberry's ball underneath their own basket. They have 13 and a half seconds to try to get a shot away. And here's Flaster for another 3. No good. And Peyton Robinson underneath for 2. And that is the end of the third quarter. And at the end of 3, it's 31-29, Elsberry over North Calloway.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Elsberry Pharmacy in Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right. Final 8 minutes of the regulation of this game. North Calloway with the ball. And they have it out on the point. What do we have here? We have a timeout. Thunderbirds. 7:42 to go in this fourth quarter.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right. 7:42 to go in this regulation of this game. 31-29 is a score. Elsberry over North Calloway. Right now, Elsberry has one foul in the half, and North Calloway has 0. And so it's going to be North Calloway's ball, and they get it across the timeline. And a ball stolen away by Tiny Henderson. And she had a lot of pressure put on her, and ball went out of bounds, and it turned over to North Calloway. And a foul called on Mackenzie Gladney. That's going to be her 4th. So now we have somebody in foul trouble. Peyton Robinson in for her. They get the ball underneath to Schmuck. She puts it up and in. Right underneath to Tyra Henderson, and she got it in for 2. It's her first 2 points of the night. So North Calloway with the ball, and they're playing a little bit different, it looks like. They're playing just a little bit more aggressive, I'd say. 3-point attempt, no good. And there's going to be a foul here. It's on Rael Schmuck. That's her 3rd foul. So Tiny Henderson over to Kinsler. To Dow, back to Henderson again. Inside to Tyra. Puts it up, no good. And North Calloway with the rebound. That was a good-looking play there, though, for Elsberry. And shot partially blocked. Peyton Robinson came up with it, gets it over to Dow. Kinsler down in the corner. 3-point attempt for Dow, no good. And Allen was up with the rebound for North Calloway. Schmuck just takes it right in and misses the shot. And on the rebound, that foul is going to be on Tiny Henderson. That's her 2nd tonight. So the ball is out of bounds to North Calloway underneath their own basket. 3-point attempt, no good. And Tyra Henderson up with the rebound. She gets it over to Tiny Henderson, and she goes up, and it rims in and out. And double dribble. Okay, it's either going to be a timeout or double dribble. All right, I don't know what the call was, but it stays with North Calloway. because they didn't take a timeout, and double dribble shouldn't have stayed with Elsberry or with North Callaway. And there was an offensive foul called on Dalen Schmuck, and that is foul number 3 for her. All right, Kinsler coming in to take the ball out of bounds. She gets it into Tiny. Elsberry with the ball in a 33-31 lead. A little over 5 minutes to go in the regulation. And a foul called. Who's that foul on? That foul is on number 13, McKenna Allen. That's 2 on her. I didn't have her down for any. So I missed one somewhere along the line. Tiny Henderson has the ball over to Tyra Henderson. She drives the baseline, puts it up, no good. And she grabs her own rebound after it fumbles around and draws a foul. And there's another foul on McKenna Allen. That's her 3rd personal foul. So Tyra Henderson on the line with 2 shots. First one off the front of the rim, no good. (33-31), 4:59 to go in regulation. Second shot is good. What's the deal here? They're giving her a 3rd shot. I missed totally what that was all about. Next shot rolls out, and North Callaway gets the rebound. I completely missed why there'd be a 3rd free throw. It was not a 3-point shot attempt. Right underneath, no good. Schmuck right underneath. The shot was no good, and Kinsler comes up with it. And traveling was called. And North Callaway takes a 30-second timeout.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Since
Okay, we are back. 4:37 to go. 4:37 to go in this regulation of this game. Shot was no good. Tyra Henderson up with the rebound. Tiny Henderson has it now. Over to Tyra. 3-point attempt. No good. And that foul is going to be on Tiny Henderson. That's her 3rd. She needs to be a little more careful now. There's 3 fouls on her, 4 fouls on Mackenzie Gladney. All right, we have a little, not sure what the deal is there. She might have a little blood on her or something. All right, timeout called. Full timeout. Let's get a commercial in here.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
All right, set this up for you here. 4 minutes, 16 seconds to go in regulation. The score is 34-31 in favor of Elsberry over North Calloway. Each team has 4 fouls, so they're 3 fouls away from the 1-and-1 single bonus. Mackenzie Gladney has 4 fouls for Elsberry. Tanisha Henderson has 3. North Calloway has 3 players with 3 fouls. 2 of them are their main point scorers. But here we go with North Calloway with the ball and a 3-point deficit. So they bring it up the floor. 2-point shot for Schmock. And that ball is out of bounds. Goes over to Elsberry. Some pressure here from North Calloway, but not a whole lot. They get the ball across to Kinsler. She gets it back out to Dowell. Tiny Henderson looked at driving it in and changed her mind. Tyra Henderson now has it back out to Dowell. Tyra started to drive, changed her mind. Long pass over to Peyton Robinson, back to, they're just kind of passing it around now, looking for somebody underneath, and there was Kylie Kinsler underneath for 2 points. 36-31 is the score. 5-point lead for Elsberry. That is a very, very small 5-point lead, though. North Calloway is definitely capable of erasing that real quick. And there was 2 points. 2 points for North Calloway. That was Leibel with Tyra Henderson underneath to Peyton Robinson, and she missed the shot. Try it again, no good. Robinson missed 3 shots in a row from underneath. Kylie Kinsler was able to get in there and at least get a jump ball on when North Calloway got the rebound. So it's Elsberry's ball where they should have 2 points. They get it to Kinsler, to Tiny. She takes a 2-point shot, no good. Tyra up with the rebound. And a foul is called on 13, I think. It was. That is her 4th foul. That's McKenna Allen. So, ball out to Tiny Henderson. 2:20 to go in the regulation. Blaster to Tiny, to Kinsler. Cross to Robinson. She bounced it off of Kellerman's foot, so it goes out of bounds, but it stays with Elsberry. Tiny Henderson has it way out on the point. 2 minutes to go. Underneath to Kinsler. She draws a foul on Dalen Schmuck, and that's 4 on her. So as time runs down, Dalen Schmuck has 4 fouls. And on the throw-in, Dalen Schmuck picks up the pass. Or picks up the loose ball from a bad pass, put it that way. Minute 46 to go, 36-33. And Tiny Henderson has the ball coming in from the left side, and she is pushed into the stage. Foul is called on number 13, McKenna Allen. That is her 5th foul. She fouls out of the game. So Tiny Henderson on the line for 2 free throws. She's missed her only 2 attempts tonight. First shot is in and out. And a timeout is called by North Calloway.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, Tiny Henderson back on the line for her second shot. She missed the first one, but she's got one more shot coming. This free throw would make it a 2-possession game. And it's good. And a full timeout called by Elsberry.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, North Callaway's ball. 1 minute, 35 seconds to go in regulation. 4-point lead for Elsberry. And jump ball called. Tiny Henderson got in there. It stays with North Callaway, but it does switch the possession arrow over to Elsberry. That's big in a game like this. All right, Schmuck with the ball. 3-point attempt. And that foul is on Tanisha Henderson. That is her 4th. But that also gives 3 free throws to, who is it on the line? Piper Jeffries is on the line. First free throw is up and no good. Remains a 4-point lead for Elsberry with 1:17 to go. Second free throw is no good. Free throw's no good, and the rebound went right through. No good for Schmuck, and let's see what they're calling here. Called a foul on number 3, Piper Jeffries, after she missed that 3rd free throw. That's her first of the night. Puts Tiny Henderson back on the line again. She came up with 2 big free throws the other night against the same team in the Bowling Green tournament in the final seconds. 1 minute, 6 seconds to go in this game. Shot was no good. She is 1 for 5 tonight from the free throw line. Double dribble called on Piper Jeffries. So 59.2 seconds to go, and Elsberry has the ball and a 4-point lead. Kinsler has the ball to throw out of bounds. Long pass to Tyra. And there's an intentional foul called. Yeah, you couldn't not call that one an intentional foul. So she'll get 2 shots, unopposed shots, and Elsberry will get possession of the ball after this. So Tyra Henderson at the line for 2 shots. First shot is good. 38-33, 5-point lead. Second shot is good. 39-33, 6-point lead. Still actually a 2-possession game, but Elsberry does get the possession of the game. Or possession of the ball, not possession of the game. Hopefully at the end of the game they'll have possession of it. Peyton Robinson underneath for 2. Beautiful play there. There was a foul called on Kylie Kinsler. That's her first of the game. She's played a very clean game tonight. But that's only 6 team fouls on Elsberry. So with 47.4 seconds, North Calloway gets the ball. Three-point was partially blocked by Tyra Henderson. Peyton Robinson got the rebound, got it back to Tiny Henderson, and a foul is called on who? Who? Number 14, Hannah Cundiff, puts Tiny on the line again with 34.8 seconds to go. No, actually, that foul was on. The foul was on Dalen Schmuck, and she fouls out. It's 2 games in a row that I've seen her foul out. So Tiny on the line. First shot is short. She needs to work on her free throws. Second shot is no good. North Calloway with the ball and an 8-point deficit, and that ball's going out of bounds. That ball went out of bounds off of Elsberry. 21.1 seconds to go, 41-33, 8-point lead for Elsberry. Elsberry is in the double bonus right now. North Calloway is not in the bonus, and the timeout was called by North Calloway. So it's about a 3-possession game. If we're using 3-pointers, it's a 3-possession game, 8-point difference. So Elsberry looking pretty good so far on this. Things can change in 21.1 seconds, which is why North Calloway called the timeout to try to get some strategy in there. They're not going to just give up. And so we have North Calloway's out on the floor, and we have Peyton Robinson, Tyra Henderson, Kylie Kinsler, Kelsey Flaster, and Tiny Henderson out on the floor now. Pass in, 3-point shot is no good, and Tyra Henderson with the rebound. She gets the ball up the court to Tiny, She gets it over to Kelsey, and she stepped on the line. So with 12.1 seconds to go, it is North Callaway's ball again. It's 8 seconds. 3-point shot is good. That is Piper Jeffries for 3. And that is the end of the game. Final score, 41-36. Elsberry over North Callaway. And so Elsberry improves their record to 11-9. North Callaway drops to 3-14. And go over a little bit of the scoring here for Elsberry. Tiny Henderson ended up with 1 point for the game. That was 1 free throw, and she missed 6 free throws. Peyton Robinson had 4 points. Candace Dowell had 9 points. They were all in the first half. Kylie Kinsler had 11 points. And Abby Jenkins had 8 points. Those were all in the first half. And Kelsey Plaster had a 3-pointer. That was in the second half. Tyra Henderson didn't have any points till the second half. And she had 5 points for the game. She was also 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Candace Dowell was 3 of 3 from the free throw line. And like I said, Tanisha Henderson was 1 of 7. So that's not good. That isn't good at all. Tanisha Henderson also had 4 fouls. Mackenzie Gladney had 4 fouls. Tyra Henderson had 2 fouls. Kylie Kinsler and Peyton Robinson had 1 foul each. For North Callaway in the losing effort, Haley Kimbley had 2 points. Piper Jeffries had 3 points. 1 3-pointer. Jalen Leibel had 4 points. Dalen Schmuck had 11 points. And Rael Schmuck had 11 points. McKenna Allen had 3 points, and Kyan Kellerman had 2. Dalen Schmuck fouled out, and McKenna Allen fouled out. Kyan Kellerman, Piper Jeffries each had 2 fouls, and Hannah Cundiff and Jalen Leibel each had 1 foul. So, for the most part, I liked what I saw from Elsberry tonight. They missed too many free throws, and at times during the game, they were missing them from underneath. Their passes weren't as crisp as they should have been. Again, easy for me to say all this stuff. I'm up here just watching them. So, anyway, we will be back same place tomorrow night for the boys' game. So, got to drive 80-something miles home, turn around and come back tomorrow 80-something miles. If I was lazy and had a bunch of money, I'd just spend the night in a motel up here, but I'm not going to do that. So, anyway, let's go ahead and close out this broadcast and get the stuff packed up so I can get home. So, once again, final score tonight, Elsberry 41, North Callaway 36 in a very evenly matched game. And this was the girls' game. Boys' game tomorrow night. So, from North Callaway High School in Callaway County, Missouri, this is Kenny Masterson saying good night, and we'll see you tomorrow night.